Hello, welcome to my channel. I thought I would start off my 2026 garden diaries by doing a little bit of a seed haul. Did I need any more seeds? Most definitely not. to put it straight, this is literally my box full of seeds, and it's definitely a little bit full to the brim. But I came across this website called Budget Seeds, and I can't say no to any of the prices. Everything that I basically ordered cost less than £1, less than probably 90p. I think the cheapest thing was 79p, which if anyone who's been collecting seeds for a long while will know that's actually like pretty damn decent. So I thought I'd show you the few little bits that I've ordered. They don't have any pictures on the packaging, so for example they're just plain white, but what I'll do is I'll put a few of the pictures of the flowers, of the veg, or any of the products beside me, so then you get hello. My cat is here, so if you see any movement from him or any sound, look, there you go. For example, I've kickstarted and he wants to be part of the show. I'll also put the name and the price of how much I paid for it, so then you get a rough idea of what they look like and how much they were. So where should we start? Let's start with the herbs. So I got 2 sets of mint. I've got peppermint and I've got spearmint. Again, some I thought I was missing 1 or 2 of them, but I actually have. That's fine. More the merrier. I'm more than happy to give them out to friends and family if they need any or anyone wants to try any. So I've got peppermint and spearmint. We've got oregano. We've got thyme, organic sage, and German chamomile. In my garden, I've got one of those, what do you actually call them? It's those like, I think most people tend to use them for strawberries, but it's those little towers. So I think I've got like an 8-piece one, but I did it with herbs last year and I really liked it. I feel like it was the best way to like situate them all together, and then they was by my back door, so if I wanted to grab any, I could literally just run out, take what I wanted, and then bring it back in. So definitely recommend if you're looking at buying any of those towers or you want like an idea of where to put your herbs, definitely have a look at one of those little like 8-tier or 6-tiered little like vegetable, I think they use like strawberry towers or like plant nose. Next up, let's move on to flowers. Let's start off with sweet peas. Now, I don't know what it is. Everyone else makes out that sweet peas are one of the easiest things to grow. This is going to be my 3rd year attempting it on multiple times throughout the years. And they just always die on me. I get so far into the season where they're like starting to grow and then they just shrivel up and die. So I've had like a rejig to where I think I'm going to put them this year. But I am determined, absolutely determined, to get a massive like flush of sweet peas. I just want to know what they smell like. Apparently they smell absolutely sensational, but I've just had no luck. So we've picked out 3 varieties this year. I've gone for sweet pea knee high. I think these look like just the standard ones, but maybe they grow a little bit taller. Don't quote me on that. But then we've also got sweet pea Spencer mixed stripes. Now I remember these looking a bit more, they're like pastel, and then you've got like white like stripes weaved into them. They look very pretty from memory. And then I've also got Prince of Orange. So they're like a little apricot orangey kind of colour. I feel like amongst the other ones where they're like more the pink and the purple and the slight blue, the orange will really pop out. I just think it will look so pretty. Especially because where I'm planning on doing it, we've got like a high trellis, like these kind of wooden ones. And I just think with my vegetables at the front, so I'm thinking of doing like a salad bed at the front of that bed, and then at the back have the sweet peas going up. And I just think throughout the summer it's just gonna look so pretty. It just looks so pretty. So please, let this be my year. I can finally do sweet peas. Next up is a lot of wildflowers. This was essentially kind of the main idea as to why I wanted to get a few new seeds, and then obviously a few more trickling in afterwards. So me and my partner had an idea that at the front of our house we've got this on our drive we have this weird little patch where it's like a little bit of greenery, but it's mainly just weeds and everything like that. So we had the idea of turning it into a wildflower patch because we get so much sun at the front, and we see so many butterflies, so many bees, and just so many insects at the front of the house. So I feel like they would just really appreciate it. So starting off, we've got a wildflower mix. So this is actually free with, I think it might just be with any order, as long as you've got a few bits in your basket, which I thought was just a nice little added touch to it as well. So you get 1 gram of wildflowers. So I'm assuming this will have a few of the flowers that I've already put with this order, but it will have a few that I actually haven't either got in my already standard mix, or just bits I've just not thought about maybe buying. So I presume it will have things like bits of yarrow, a few more maybe daisies, and this one I think it's like cow something. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but yeah, just a few more extra seeds and more to add to the beautifulness. And I'm sure all the insects, bees and butterflies will absolutely love it regardless of anything. I've got some nigella, and last year one of our neighbours down the road, they had nigella at the front of their garden, and it was just so beautiful. They had like the mixed ones, so it was like the blue, the pink, the white, and it was just beautiful. So I thought I'd add this into the mix as well. So I've got Miss Jackal, yes, Miss Jackal, and Persian Jewels. So that'll be a lovely combination of nigella. Next up, we're going with poppies. I actually thought I had more. Generally speaking, I thought I had more, but maybe that's a good thing because I'm pretty sure I've got some in my stash anyway. But I've gone for Ladybird poppy, which is very pretty. From what I remember, it's like red, like the standard poppy red, and then it's got like a black middle, and I think it might have black dots, but it looks like a ladybug, which I thought it's very, very pretty. This one is just a standard poppy. So this is one that Budget Seeds do. They do a few. I think I've got another one in here that does it, but they have a few in a selection where they have like this little back into it, and these are meant to be, when you purchase them, it gets donated to a charity, which I thought was like a nice little added touch as well. So that's just standard poppy with that one. And then the next one I got is Californian. Can't remember what this one looks like off the top of my head, but I'm sure it looks pretty regardless of anything. So these are cornflowers. So I've got a white variety, I've got a red colour variety, this one is pink, got the standard blue cornflower variety, this one's a tall double mix, so I assume that one is going to be the mixture of colours, but then it's going to be a little bit more height to it. And then the last one is black. This one I'm so excited to see in person, because it's, although they say it's a black colour, it's like you got the dark red, it's very like a vampy red colour, and then you get like the slight flexes of black and then the flexes of white, and then not white, red in it, and it just looks so pretty. And I feel like it will contrast so nicely with the rest of the colours, because everything else will be a bit more vibrant and a bit more poppy, and I just think it's going to stand out so like nice with the rest of them. And I'm really curious to know how well this one dries, and if it keeps that really dark hue to it, or if it will kind of lighten up to a bit more like a maroon colour, or if it will stay dark. I'm very excited for this one. So our next category we're going into is vegetables, and we're going to start off with pumpkins. Now, did I need any more pumpkins? Did I need any more squashes? Did I need any more gourds? Absolutely not. Do I have space for it in my garden to completely have them? No. Do I wish I can have every variety out every year? 110% I would. But we're being realistic here. But I couldn't say no to these. I've seen these on so many allotment YouTubers, influencers with the most stunning gardens. I just couldn't help it. I had to buy them. And so the ones I've got are the Munchkins. So these are the really small orange ones. And then I've also got Baby Boos. So they're the white mini ones. And I just love when people have them up the arches and they just drape down. It just looks magical. I just couldn't resist it. I just had to. But then I also, this is me justifying it, right? So I did also think of my sister. So she's just starting to get into her gardening and little bits like that. And I did think, if I don't use them, then she can have them. The next ones we have are a set of tomatoes. So this is San, why can I not say it? San Manzano. There we go, I got it. And I really want to get into doing like the preserving and making like the sauces and everything like that. And apparently these ones are like one of the best ones you can use. It's like a certain texture to them that is just like, just perfect. And I remember watching Brie Ellis talking about them. And this was one of her recommendations. And she said they were just like, just go for them. Just go for them if that's what you kind of want to inspire to do with them. So I thought, I'll bite the bullet and I'll get a pair of those. So I'm going to try out these. I've got Roma tomatoes as well. So I'm going to give a try with both of them to have like a comparison, because apparently they're the two top ones that are meant to be really good for it. So we'll see. We will see which one comes out top. Next one I have is a sweet pepper mix. So this is California Wonder. Now, every time I've done peppers, I've just used ones from the supermarket. And I feel like they're very hit or miss. One year I got as far as, I think, starting to see them bulb, is that right? But like starting to see the little circles like bud, basically, and just never came to it. And then last year was probably my first year of success where I actually got a decent one. I'll put that picture. I was just so chuffed with it because I love peppers. I love, especially bell peppers, they're my favourite. So I'm just really excited to like try and use proper seeds instead of supermarket ones and just see if those make a massive difference. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Next I have two beetroot varieties. Now the ones I had last year was like a mix. I had just standard bowl tardy, but then I also had like a mixed one, and the mix was, it felt very like heavily on the standard, like a bowl tardy type of beetroot variety. And I only had like a couple of plants where they were the like the orange or the candy cane ones, and I don't know, there's something about those ones that's just so much more exciting. So I thought, you know what, I will buy the separate variations so then I can really go ham on them as well. So I've got the golden one, so this is that orange one. These taste amazing. And can we talk about the fact that compared to the other varieties, these don't stain. Like, they really don't stain. I think I've also got, not in this set, but I've also got a white variant. Is it like an albina beetroot? Or was that radish? I can't remember. But I'm intrigued to see what these taste like and what they end up looking like as well. But yes, I've got a golden variety. And I'm going to butcher this name. Chioggia. Chioggia. So this is that kind of candy stripe ones as well. It just looks so pretty. And when you cut into it, it's just something exciting. Like, I can imagine those pickled would just look so stunning in a jar as well. And if no one else has ever tried those variations of beetroots, I feel like it'll be so new and exciting for them to try as well. I'm excited for those. Go on to carrots. So a similar thing with like the beetroot. I had a carrot mix, and it's meant to be of the orange and the purple ones. I think it's just orange and purple ones. And I got no purples. I had entirely oranges, just no purples. So I was like, what was the point in that? So I thought, again, well, I've kind of backlogged of what I just pretty much just said, but I got a rainbow mix. Though I think this one had so much more variety with colours. Instead of just the orange and the purple, they had the orange, purple, red, white and yellow, I think it had. So this one had like a little bit more like of a variety compared to the last mix I did have. Another one I'm very excited about. So the Cosmic Purple one is a purple variety, obviously. And then when you cut it inside, it's orange. So it's got the two tone colours. I think that, like, that on a roast dinner would just look so impressive. I just want to impress people in my gardening this year. I just want to go full out. Could you not tell? And then my last 2 set of seeds I have, I'm really liking the mixes this year. I've definitely seen a pattern I've not realised. So I've got a radish rainbow mix as well. Can someone explain to me why I struggle so much with radishes? It's meant to be one of the most, especially in the UK, one of the easiest things for you to grow. I remember growing it with my nan when I was younger. It was so easy. This is the like 3rd or 4th year I am trying to do radishes. They just don't bulb. What have I done wrong? I've tried different locations around the garden with different soil, different times of the year. I think in that whole entire time I've only ever had 2 that actually bulbed. So I'm definitely gonna have to, yeah, I'll either blame it on the mix. If these work, I'm blaming it on my original seed mix. That's what I'll do. But if not, I might just give up with radishes and just admit defeat. And then the final one I have is Swiss chard, and this is the rainbow mix as well. I do already have a mix with this one, but this is the only price I remember. This was 15p. 15p for a set of seeds, and you get 50 seeds in there. I just couldn't say no. And it just, if I could get a row of all of the pretty variations of colours with this, I would be well chuffed with myself. So we shall see. There we go, that is my seed haul for today. If there's any seeds that you specifically would like to try or purchase yourself, I will put links to every single one of them that I've purchased in the description below. So it's just easier for you to go. But I'm sure you'll have a little browse through the website regardless of anything. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know below if you're growing any of these seeds at all this year as well. And if you have any more recommendations, I'm always welcome to some more recommendations. Once again, as if I need any more seeds, but that doesn't matter. And I'll see you in my next video. Yeah, bye!